All my boys are out back this morning. They're starting to bring me home those little briars in their fur. Morris wasn't too happy. I tried to pull a couple of them out. They don't hurt them, and they don't even hurt me, but I just feel them when I brush them, and I'm used to, you know, I just often try to pull them off. They get stuck in the fur. They can have 10, 15, 20 a day this time of year per cat. Like I need that. Good morning, Tux. Are you okay eating here this morning? Okay. So I'm headed to the oncologist's office up at Duke Regional Hospital in Durham, just for my every 6-month follow-up. Like I said, once the blood work comes back good, this is just kind of secondary to that. So, hey Donnie, Mr. Cybertruck.
That's right. Oh.
Good morning, guys. There is a present up here on the front porch for me this morning, but I've handled it now. Oh, it feels like a Friday, but it's only a Wednesday. Thank you so much, Ruby. Good morning. Traffic has been slow this morning, congested and slow. Lots of slow moving vehicles. Yeah. It's 56 out there. And we can be just on time if we don't have too many more slowdowns between here and downtown. Hello, Mr. Wake County Sheriff over there on the right. I don't think the bus is in front of us this morning, so we may have a very smooth ride through downtown. That would be nice. Lots of deliveries this morning. Always a glance over the right shoulder and mirrors to make sure there's nobody on bicycles coming up on my right over there. I'm impressed. This mural over at Marbles Kids Museum is going on 2 or 3 years now, and the paint and everything, it's held up great. Still a lot of people over there taking pictures all the time. Perfect design too for marbles, right? All the marble balls and shapes, round shapes. We've got some new pollen something out there, and I am all stuffy this morning. I haven't taken any allergy medicine for a couple of weeks. I thought we were past all that, and I find myself wishing I'd taken some last night or this morning. So if I sound all stuffy, you'll know why. So it's 42 minutes and 29 miles over to Duke Regional Hospital. I don't know, the emergency room is just a thing that came up. It's not that big of a campus, and that's basically where I'm going. It's right around the corner of the building from where I'm going. So I'm going to go ahead and make my way in that direction, and any extra time that I have over there, I'll spend over there versus on this side of town where traffic could build as the morning goes on and things could come up. I'm supposed to be there at 9:45, so that is potentially 90 extra minutes, and at the wrong time of the day to do much of anything. But, you know, driving back home and then leaving from there to go up probably isn't a super good use of my time either. Let me think on it for just a minute. Well, it says if I go home now, I get home at 8:12, and then if I leave from home to go up to the hospital, that's gonna get me there at 9. So I guess technically, although that could change, right, as rush hour goes on, but maybe not significantly. So what's it saying? It's saying it takes about 45 minutes to get from my house to the hospital, Well, even if it took an hour, that'd probably be okay. It's just the problem is it's the time of the morning. I was going to go walk at... Well, I need to work on yesterday's video, and I was too asleep to remember my computer. So that's unfortunate. And if Don had been able to come with me, I wanted to walk around at West Point on the Eno Mill, but it's still pretty windy out there this morning. I mean, it's just the wind just isn't letting up this week, and it's 56 degrees, so it's not really wonderful for walking conditions right now, unless you're walking in the sun, and most of the Eno up there is in the shade. I guess I'm gonna drive home and then drive up to the hospital, because I'm trying to get more miles on Ruby to hit 100K by June the 14th, because I just want to, for her birthday, for that video, I just want to do that. And 2 is I loathe to be out on I-40 during morning rush hour commute, and that's the way it would take me over there. I mean, technically I could go up to 540 and come over somehow, but yeah, I don't want to be on I-40 in Research Triangle Park at 8:30 in the morning. It's just that traffic's just gonna get worse. So literally I'm gonna get to the house, have time to use the bathroom, say hello to Dawn, and get back in the car to head to Durham. But the thing of it is from down here, I'll be taking 55 to 540 and up that way. So I'll be much happier on that stretch of turnpike and road versus this path this morning. So just looking at the supercharger situation, we've got the one here in Durham, which is at an exit right off of I-40. Not the Hilton, but the Durham supercharger, Watkins Road, 12 stall, 250. Don and I shot a video there one day last year. On a day we went to Siler City, we kind of made the big loop. It was right before it opened. We might have been back one time. And then of course there's the one at the Whole Foods exit, the one where we have all the Tesla meetups, the O'Kelly Chapel Road official carry supercharger. So with all the extra running around, I might want to pop in someplace for 10 minutes. It wouldn't be a long charge, but a 10-minute charge, especially at one of the faster chargers. So when I come back up when on my way home or up, I could swing into Cary. And then, of course, North Hills is not far from my current location downtown. But I just suspect I'm at 180 miles right now. If I go home and then go back up to Durham and then over to Johnny, I might want to pick up a little juice at some point today. But it would be a quick 10-minute charge and go. Alright, well, let me get this show on the road. I'm definitely needing some help waking up this morning. Hey, Donnie.
Hey.
Surprise.
It was surprise.
Well, my ETA down to downtown Durham now is 9:30, and the appointment's at 10, but they wanted me there at 9:45. And by the time I park and walk in, I should be perfect now.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, and I avoided all of that I-40 RTP rush hour traffic that I really didn't want to go through.
Right.
And now I just get to cruise up the barely used turnpike.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just take it easy, stress-free drive.
So at this point, I'm not planning on coming home before Johnny. I'm picking him up at 12:30.
Right.
So my appointment's at 10. Let's just say worst case scenario, I leave up there at 11:30.
Okay.
I've still got an hour to get across town and pick him up. So, but shouldn't be enough. I wish I had enough time to go to the Whole Foods on 540.
Right.
Come home and drop off the food and then drive back to down. If I get out of there at 10:30, which is not going to happen, that's what I'm going to do.
Right.
So I wouldn't totally rule out I won't be home, but it's not looking good. I'd say it's 80% I won't be coming back until I have Johnny with me.
Okay. Well, if you need me to pick up Johnny or something, just let me know.
Yeah, but I don't think I'll have a problem.
Okay. I understand.
Love you.
What I have to do to protect animals.
Oh my goodness. We'll do his back more than his... Oh, I'm stopped.
Well, he heard your voice and he wants his mama. I'm up. Come on.
Thank you for hurting Marty for me. Keeping him safe, keeping him safe. Yeah, from my perspective, 49 minutes and 39 miles is no big deal. Even though, we live in Wake County, which is one of the more densely populated cities, counties in North Carolina. you know, still we're used to traveling 30 minutes to get places, 45 minutes to get places, and that's just like no big deal to us. So, but it is a little bit farther away. I have connections up at this hospital because of when I worked at IBM up in Research Triangle Park. Sometimes at lunchtime I would try to make doctor's appointments, and I would run out at lunch, go to the doctor, and then come back as quick as I could, and that was convenient at that point in my life. And then, you know, some of these doctors I never changed after to closer. Well, there weren't really great closer options until here in the last 5 years, and you know, changing doctors is hard. So besides, I need a reason to go to Durham every once in a while. I used to go there all the time to go to the Museum of Life and Science with the kids. Don used to go all the time to see Durham Bulls ball games, baseball games. Now there's not really so much of a reason. Duke Gardens a couple times a year maybe. Yeah, just to say, I thought about Duke Gardens this morning, but Duke Gardens is on the far south side of town, almost not in Durham anymore, and the hospital is on the far north side of town. So it wasn't a good fit. So the turnpike dumped me out on 147, which was the expected route into Durham, and there's a little bit of construction. It's pretty busy traffic, but not delayed traffic, so that's good. The speed limit here is 55 though, because of the construction zone, and that's a little frustrating. They've been trying to open up this connector over to 70 and 85 for like forever, and it's still not open. It would be great for getting back over to Johnny. Downtown Raleigh, past where Tesla is by Crabtree, etc., etc. So hopefully sometime soon it'll open. Of course, there are other ways. It's just that that one would be better, easier, more straightforward, faster. It's 9:38. I'm here. I have a short walk to where that green topped roof line is over there, and I'm on time, so it's all good. I missed the notice about parking with the other Teslas. They even had a spot for me over here. All right, it's 11:05, so let's see how long it's going to take me to get to Johnny's school. Remember, I need to be there at 12:30-ish. It's going to be, wow, 41 minutes and 29 miles. That would get me there with 45 minutes to spare. You know, I'm going from downtown Durham to downtown Raleigh, so that's, you know, not really out of line, but let's just see. Do I have time to stop at Crabtree Valley Mall? I could park, run into the Lego store, look at the minifigures. I've been wanting to do that and just haven't had a chance. Won't be buying anything big today, but it'd give me something to do for a few minutes. So, it certainly says I can do that, right? And so I get there at 11:38. That's 32 minutes and 20 miles, a little bit closer than the school. Let's see, does it actually, you know, this picture now, the line, it doesn't show both, well, it does. It shows the first destination in blue and then the second part of the trip in gray. Okay, so what happens then if I add in home, which I think when I add it, it puts it first. And I'm just going to edit the trip and slide home to the bottom and say done. Now I'm curious, this is one of the first times I've had 3. I think it might be still thinking. Yeah, it's still thinking a little bit. So it shows both of the 2 second trips in gray. It's not like I have 3 colors now. But it shows me getting home at 26%. And I'll be parking under the parking deck at Crabtree in the shade, I won't really need to leave climate running. Not that the air conditioning running at 80 degrees burns that much or anything, but I'm not going to be out in the full sun baking. I didn't think to put it on over here, and the car is actually hot. I'm actually really hot. It's probably like 100 degrees in the car, but I haven't turned on the AC yet because I don't want the fan motor to keep you guys from hearing me. So I don't think I have to go buy a supercharger. I'm going to get home at 26% and that's fine. And even if I get home at 15%, that's okay. So I've got a little bit of a cushion there. That I'm comfortable with that cushion. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get to Crabtree at 11:40. And at that time, it'll show me how much time it's going to take me to the school, but I think it's only 15 minutes. So I have enough time to run to the Lego store, look around, get back to the car, and go get to Johnny's school at 12:30. I think that'll work out just great. You know, I don't know how Elon thought we didn't need waypoints. I mean, I have a degree in math from UNC Charlotte, and I can obviously figure out the range and the mileage and the time all by myself, right? Not as good and as accurate as fast as the car, but I can certainly do it. I'm sure other people aren't as comfortable doing it, and isn't it nice to be able to look down there with next to no keystrokes, and I'm going to get home at 26%, give or take a little. So that's all good. That's really good. I'm really liking this waypoint thing, this time management thing, this keep mom straight thing, this car make sure you're doing the right things thing. It's all good. 70 is where I need to go. 70 is Glenwood Avenue. It'll take me past Tesla, and then it'll take me up to Crabtree Valley Mall. So the doctor was really pleased with me. All my labs came back great. My physical exam was great. She's sorry that I'm having, you know, all this pain in my left shoulder area, which is the side that had the surgery, but she doesn't feel like it's bone cancer related or anything cancer related. So she encouraged me to do what I usually do and relax, at least until the next appointment, but even through it, because I'm doing, you know, the right things. My blood pressure was 119/78. I'm so pleased. That was really awesome. And I go back for my mammogram in July, which will stir me up a little bit for a few minutes, but not too bad. So more reasons to be relieved and happy today. Hi, Tesla. There's a car carrier. Lot's full. So, trying to understand the readout. It's 11:42. And it says I could be over at the school at 11:55. So, yeah, I mean, it's like 10 or 15 minutes. So, let's just say I've got a half an hour here. Be back to the car at 12:15 and all will be good. And it probably won't take a half an hour. I keep on thinking about this space set. Wow. I had seen pictures of this, but not in person. It's pretty impressive. It's the Back to the Future car, and it is sold out. I keep on trying to decide if I want the hotel. I mean, before it goes away, the answer is probably yes. Look at those new roof pieces. How they did that. I might want to do that on one of my roofs. I can probably just order that part. There's the orchids. That's really pretty. I might want to build that at some point. Expertly packed, lid on the top with tape. I guess technically that's too big for my yard, right? What's that, 48 inches? It's at least 36. But it's the right color, and it's not too small. Oops, I'm gonna be 6 minutes later. Oh well. When I went in the mall, it was 25% to home. Now it's 23%. Sentry mode's running. I expected it to dip a couple of percentage points. Certainly did not want to turn off Sentry mode over here. Well, whatever they're doing over here across from the school, some sort of apartment complex or townhomes, it's coming quite along. I've got Johnny now. Ruby has changed the percentage at home again to 25. Remember, we started out at 26. We were down at 23 or something like that. Anyway, all is good. We're making our way south to Fuquay now. I stopped at the Walmart in Garner. Blood good for $20. That's not bad. I'm sure there's one in there that looks good. So why not a cushion that says for the cat? So yesterday afternoon or this morning, I was grumbling about all these cones that they had put on the inside of the road near the median. Like, why did they have all these cones? Well, obviously because they're going to use them to block off the left lane now and not just the right lane or whatever. I guess they're going to have to put in a turn lane and a stoplight or something to get people across. So now they're going to start tearing up the median. That's just lovely. Now, I won't have to worry about it for a little while after another few days. So, I mean, we'll go into Raleigh occasionally over the summer, but it won't be like every day we'll be going. So hopefully they'll get the worst part of the stuff out on the road front done before the school year starts again. So 138 miles since last charge. We're here at the end of the driveway. 58 miles left of rated range. I think the navigation, did it already? Yeah, it last I looked it showed 23%, but of course Johnny, I left him nice and cool in a shady spot over there at the Walmart, and no surprise with Sentry mode on and running the air conditioner that it lost just a little bit. And I was probably in Walmart for 30 minutes. It was at least 20. So Ruby did great today. I'm very pleased. Pleased with my decision not to really think about charging. Pleased with the waypoints helping me make that decision. It was all good today. Hey, you got on your new shirt.
Yeah,
At Guardian Angel yesterday. Tech Gear. Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to keep it, when you get a new shirt every day, it's like it's easy to keep up with which shirt you're supposed to wear.
Yeah, right. I'm not be fussing at you that you wear the same shirt all the time.
I'm a one shirt wonder.
Now don't leave me in your dust today.
Oh, well, so that means that we only do one lap today, we get those 2 extra laps back.
I don't think so, but it is already, God, 4:45, and it's windy still. Uh-oh. Yeah, we don't want to get run over crossing the pedestrian crosswalk. Although, thankfully...
Get one over, you want to get one over on the way out.
Not after.
Waste all that energy.
Where did this wind come from? They won't be able to hear us again. Yeah, all the time we be crossing the crosswalk up there, and people come down the road and act like they're not going to stop, sort of stop, speed up, make noise. I don't know. That person was actually going to pretty decent speed, but we got down to the neighborhood entrance and we were crossing, and a car came in the turn lane to turn into the neighborhood, and I had to grab Dawn's arm. And then she looked at us because she slowed up because I grabbed hold of him, and then she come around the curve, and I mean, like, she still didn't stop. I don't know.
Got it out for me today.
I don't know what her problem was, but she wasn't stopping for Dawn. Phew, we made it back. It's 5:49. Head back to the house, get Dawn a snack. Having tacos tonight, but it's not Tuesday. Taco Wednesday, I guess. I really need to see if Siete makes taco bowls instead of taco shells, because there's just not enough room for everything I want on there.